Hi. This is a topic that's not discussed often enough. Uh, I seen it. I was in a lot of these ayahuasca groups. This is the last one they keep me in, ayahuasca community, because in most other groups, admins are facilitators or owners of ayahuasca retreats. So they don't like anybody who's saying anything out of the very narrow way of viewing things about ayahuasca. As soon as you say something that goes out of those lines, especially if you go saying like I sometimes do, somebody asks and then I want to answer honestly. I want to help, so I answer like the questions about do I necessarily need a shaman, and then I explain to people, no, you don't need a shaman. You don't need people translating you to you yourself. You don't need a translator to talk to the universe. In my opinion, you don't need a shaman. You can do it like I did many times alone, just alone. Again, I'm not saying everybody's for that and everybody's capable of doing that. I'm not saying that at all. But you don't necessarily need a shaman. That's just one of the things that I often find myself disagreeing with them, so I was kicked out of majority of those groups. But in this one, I survived for a while because mostly I don't see admins being very active, so I don't know what's going on here. All in all, this is the last group I'm in. Today I saw this post. So this guy saying, during my first and subsequent few ceremonies, I was shown some early sexual abuse that happened to me with my father when I was quite young. It played itself out over the course of many ceremonies. So he took it many times and see this thing, whatever. I have no conscious memory of any such experiences, but I see them differently with some medicine. Just recently I was doing some energy work and the practitioner told me that a female spirit had attached itself to me during the ayahuasca ceremony and that she had implanted these memories into me. I felt a bit shaken and confused having heard this. I am wondering if something like this could be possible. How much can one trust images of sexual abuse which show up? Yeah, it's a heavy topic, really. The question is ayahuasca some truthsayer, some oracle that can never be wrong and is going to tell you the truth? The thing is, to me, and what I always, when I talk to people, what I advise, it's not about those visions or whatever you see or experience or think during the ceremony itself. More important is the weeks after, when you try to apply some changes, that you realize some ideas about your wrongdoings, about your bad habits, about anything that you're doing wrong, and you try to fix that by implementing these newfound perspective into your life. That's where I see the most use from ayahuasca or any psychedelic for that matter, to fix your regular normal life, not to fantasize about anything or whatever. So, and I've seen in person, I've seen a lot of people coming back with really useless and even harmful ideas. For example, I have this friend. He's an addict of methadone, taking it for years. He takes 40 pills a day. So that's really a lot of that drug. He's all drugged up, fucked up from it. And then on top of that, he drinks and smokes cigarettes and really like a trash can for drugs and stuff. Drinks liters of coffee, all fucked up from that. So what he needs in life is, first of all, to achieve some peace and to clean himself, to take himself off all those poisons, right? That should be his main perspective, his goal. And to live not longer, not a little bit longer, like the way he's doing. He's 35 or 6 now. He's not going to live 40. Not going to live to be 40 the way he's treating his body now. But he goes drinking ayahuasca without even cleaning himself prior to that, everything. He goes there poisoned, drinks it, and then what he sees, he comes back with all these ideas about how ayahuasca confirmed his ideas of doomsday coming in. So a little context. As he's taking a lot of drugs and he's unemployed, he spends his days sitting at home and watching conspiracy YouTube videos and some preppers talking about, impending doom, world is ending, and he's into all these anti-vax and depopulation. Bill Gates is after us, he's gonna kill everybody. So he's waiting just any day now for 3, 4, 5 billion people to die suddenly from vaccination, and then we're gonna live in some post-apocalyptic dystopia akin to Mad Max movies. We're gonna run around with knives and kill each other for food and gas, and like that's gonna be life any day now, just coming. And he's preparing himself for that by, of course, staying addicted to pharmaceutical drugs that would disappear in case of such event. He wouldn't be able to get them, but never mind. He's preparing himself by watching these videos and spending the little money that he has on buying some, a little knife that you can open, and it has a little magnifying glass, because you can start a fire with that, in case you need. You can start a fire with that magnifying glass, and it has a little saw, and then you can cut something with it, that's gonna help in case of 4 billion people dying around you. You really, really need a knife with a magnifying glass, So that's his mental diet. And then we had a lot of talks where I tried to move him a little bit from that. Okay, let all of that be true. I don't want to even argue. Just view it is it useful for you to think those things? Is it helping you in your life? Is it making it better? Look at your father. He's working. You're unemployed. Shouldn't you work? Bring some money home. You're 35 years old. Your father is feeding you. You're taking all these drugs. You're gonna die in a couple of years. What are you doing to yourself? Instead of doing all of this, instead of focusing on that, putting intention as he drinks ayahuasca on that, he goes there for ayahuasca to tell him by writing with big neon letters a sign saying doomsday. So he basically made himself hallucinate that, and then he returned to me with aha, see, I was right, ayahuasca confirmed it to me, as if ayahuasca is some oracle that's never wrong, and whatever you see on it, that's the truth. Never mind that somebody right next to him, some guy, saw his business booming in next 5 years because he was concentrating on that and concerned about that. So ayahuasca himself on ayahuasca confirmed to himself that yes, your business is gonna be successful, you're gonna have billions, millions of billions in a couple of years, and this and that. And at the same time, that oracle that's never wrong told this other guy that the world is ending just any day now. It's ending, it's over. So, and both of those things are absolutely true. Crazy, I know. So you shouldn't, this is like a piece of advice, you shouldn't drink ayahuasca expecting it to be some truth teller. It's not about that at all. Whoever tells you that is just wrong, isn't thinking straight, is not thinking straight, doesn't have enough experience or enough common sense to just think a little bit. So this guy comes back with these ideas. I'm not saying, yes, it can happen on any psychedelic that some suppressed memories of child abuse can resurface. Yes, it can happen. Okay, I agree. But also it can very much happen for you to just make things up for yourself. So let's read some comments about it. What do people say about that? This guy comes up with a very, very useful answer. Trust the medicine or the practitioner. Only you have the answers. Basically nothing, but okay, at least he's not pushing him in some, direction where he shouldn't go. This guy is good. Robbie. He says, be careful with these memories. I can't speak to what the practitioner said. I don't know who that like energy work, whatever, you know, like who is that? Who's that guy telling you these things? Oh, some demon, female demon attached to you. Like, I can't speak to what the practitioner said, but sometimes we will see things that explain how we feel about something without them necessarily being actual memories that really happen. It could be that your father violated your boundaries in some way that felt like sexual abuse. Then again, it could be real. But be cautious about taking external action on this stuff without evidence. Instead, I would look for the lessons on what you need to do for yourself to heal your inner child. Okay, it's fine. This is a good advice. Look at this guy. I'm here for advice on this also. Joe Zalias. I saw exactly the same thing from my childhood, and now I have no contact with my family. Look at this. So the guy ended all contact with his family because of some drug brew that he drank. Every time I try to argue with Mother Aya, that's your problem, calling the brew Mother Aya. I'll make a lot of videos about this. This is really a topic that bothers me a lot, and it's so wrong, this religion about ayahuasca, like Mother Aya. That doesn't exist. There's no Mother Aya. It's a brew. That's a brew. There's no Mother Aya. That religion is wrong. So why is it wrong? Because in short, I'll make special videos just about this, but in short, there's no tradition that has that Mother Aya. That's a new age thing created in interaction between tourists coming from these rich countries, Canada and United States, to these very poor countries, Peru and stuff. And then interaction between these people playing mostly as shamans and these new age influenced crystals, horoscopes, pieces of Indian philosophy and religion, all mishmash into one like paste in one mass of vague ideas of whatever, and then somebody came up with this Mama Aya, and now it's been like perpetuated. It does not exist. You made it up, and it's dangerous because it's a religion without any like canons, and it's running wild. When there's no canons, that mean everybody makes up anything for themselves. Some people keep it nice and romantic, so it's fine, and it sounds like very sweet, and it's very sweet and nice and sugary and flowers and butterflies. But for some people it goes really dark, like this, goes crazy. You end up breaking all bonds with your family. If anything, that should serve to like link you to your family, to bring you closer, not to detach you from anybody in your life that you care about because of some imaginary child abuse. Again, might be even true, but there's better ways to come about it for sure than to drink some brew. I wouldn't believe it at all. Ayahuasca is not for that. Ayahuasca is supposed to help you with yourself, with healing, let's say, I don't even like that word, but let's say with healing some like problems that you caused yourself mostly. Deal with that. Try to understand why you an addict, why you smoking, why you eat sugar, why you procrastinating too much, or even worse and worse and worse things. Like, right, I'm saying these like things that are common for most people. Then we can go like to really bad things. Never mind. So use it for that. Don't try to use it to guess stuff and to for this, whatever this is. So what he's saying more. I'm thinking of going to get hypnotism. Yeah, that's gonna help. That's the right way to, because when it was in the 70s, there was this huge thing where a lot of people were hypnotized with this one guy, and he managed to basically persuade them all that they were sexually abused. There was like hundreds of people separating themselves from their families, suing them on court, calling the police on them, and a lot of problems. Then finally it turns out he was just suggesting it to them while on hypnosis. So no, don't do that. Like, go to real established therapy. There's a lot of things that I can say, and I will in other videos, against today's psychologists and psychiatrists and everything. but it's for sure still safer and makes more sense than going to some guy that decided to call himself energy worker that's gonna wave some crystals around you and hypnotize you and whatever. And then this one. There's a lot of other like opinions. I wouldn't even go into it, but this one is really dangerous. Look at this. That is bullshit, she says. This cat Toms. That is bullshit. What you were shown is true. It's a typical source of trauma, and people have no memories of it. She knows. Listen, how she, like, what? Where do you get this, you Australian crazy woman from Brisbane, to tell a complete stranger that something they're not completely, they're not even saying, I'm not sure it's true. Like, I get these things, but he's not sure. So you're gonna, yes, your father abused you. Yes. As a child, you wouldn't remember, or you suppress it if you are older. We have performed over 500 ceremonies. Oh, then you for sure know because you like perform ceremonies, then that's it. Most people were victims of sexual abuse as babies, children. It was released in ceremonies and now they are good. That practitioner has no idea about anything. She also knows that. She is good, she knows, but that guy, no, he doesn't know. Ayahuasca is the truth. Nothing else in the world is remotely as potent. I understand your confusion and I'm sorry for what happened. Also that no one is able to help you understand. You don't need to do anything else. Hopefully it was released. If not, you need more ceremonies. Of course, he just needs more ayahuasca. If he's confused, just drink more. You had fantastic ceremonies. Trust ayahuasca. I have experienced with people calling themselves healer who for some reason hate ayahuasca and talk nonsense. The truth comes from your spirit guides or spirits, not from people. So this is her this is her religion, and she's just pushing it onto him, onto some obviously gullible guy that's naive, going around like this. What do I do? Asking in groups about this really important stuff in his life. Should I report my... Here, she's answering to me, I'm talking to her. Should I report my father to police for abusing me? I'm going to ask strangers on Facebook. And she goes giving him like these, it's the spirit guides, you know, spirits. Yes, I'm mocking it. Of course I'm mocking it. It's ridiculous. People don't understand but have huge egos. Her ego is, you know, these people, when they start talking about egos, you know they're egomaniacs. You should be grateful to finally have the answer. It's a gift. There is no other way to get the answer in healing. Wow. I appreciate your reply, he's saying. Very validating. I don't think I'm fully healed from it and the other things that happened to me. But I did release a lot. During one of these ceremonies, however, I remember seeing the scene over and over again in a kind of looping, weird, nothing really good released or resolved. In a kind of looping. Yeah. Weird, nothing really got released or resolved. I remember feeling just stuck and watching the trauma. I wish I would know what to do at that point. You did well. The spirits did the work, she's saying. Loop equals that is how you feel about your life. Stuck in the trauma. Also, the spirits knew it was hard to digest, so they repeated it. If you cried, had a sort of diarrhea, shaking, vomiting, or vomiting at any stage, wait. That is release resolution. She has answers to everything, this woman. There was nothing you could have done. It's all good. Often it takes more than a few ceremonies. We do 4 ceremonies minimum, and often people come back to heal more. You did well. It takes a lot of courage. Be proud of yourself. Okay, she's at least encouraging, but the rest that she's saying is really potentially harmful. This is crazy, really crazy. I'll make more videos about this. It's like this is just a quick video because I'm just now discussing it with her. Also, know that child abuse is extremely common and hush hush. It runs in families, family friends, schools, churches. It is horrific what is happening on this planet. Yeah, I mean, that's true. There's a lot of abuse. But you're not the one to go telling to strangers that all this that she said, like, really dangerous. So I told her, no, ayahuasca is not some truth oracle. I know a lot of people, the one I described before, just one of them, who came back from their trips with absolutely ridiculous bullshit stories. And then she goes, because their attached demonic entity fed them bullshit. Oh, there are good spirits and evil spirits. Evil spirits sabotage healing and lie. If you have experience with spirit as we do, it's clear where the info comes from. Yes, you are right. I read many funny stories. So she is the one to just online over a couple of comments from this guy tell whether in this her religion of bad spirits and good spirits. So she acknowledges in her convoluted way that there are ways for you to start believing in complete bullshit by drinking ayahuasca, but she knows that this guy is not that. That's a good spirit. She knows. This woman. It's important to say that she doesn't have ego, you know. Everybody else, if they disagree with her, they're talking from their ego. Her, no. She's talking with good spirits and stuff, so, you know. I won't even read all of it, what she's saying. The demons will say something like, now you saved the world, or you were a powerful pharaoh in the past life, or you healed everyone in the ceremony now. Yeah, this is true, actually, she's saying. That's what happened, but not because the spirits are saying it, good spirits or bad spirits, because just that's what ayahuasca is. It's great, it's a wonderful tool, but if you believe in all these religious bullshit, then it's very dangerous also, and you can end up messing up your life for a while before you like snap out of it. I hope most people snap out of it. So I'm telling her, well, that's a pretty niched religious outlook on it. I can't scroll down to show you. Wait. She answered something more. Let's see what she said. So I'm saying, well, that's a pretty niche religious outlook on it. I'm not into that specific religion, so it's not true for me. I'm trying to be kind. Truth is truth. There's nothing to do with religion. Yes, it does, lady. You just talked about spirits and stuff. It's interesting how they, members of this religion, this specific new age ayahuasca religion, they're very adamant that it's not a religion. Well, I don't know. If you have a ritual that leads you to commune with spirits who are good and bad, and then you have these goddesses, ayahuasca, and feminine spirits within the plant that talk to you, and I don't know, it sounds very religious to me, at least. I don't know, am I wrong? That's really sounds like a religion, but they're really against calling that religion, because they're also thinking for themselves they're above religion. They laugh at religion. To them, everybody's funny with their little religions, like these Christcucks and Islamists and Buddhists, and it's all funny. It's like, because they're smart, they're not gonna get like trapped within some religion. They just know about it, like, because that's where the big difference is between you and all other religions. You think your religion is truth. Oh wait, so even these other religions, they also think that their God is real and all others are fake. How original. So she's saying, but you're free to believe what you want. Ayahuasca is the ultimate healing and spiritual connection. Like it or not, you just proved what I said above. Thank you. Like, you know, like, just, I'm not gonna even reply to this, getting like caught into it, but there, I wanted to make a quick video. Like, I'm not sure even how to I have plans of making a lot of videos about ayahuasca. Some of them are like this, but this was really off the cuff. I was actually making another video, and then this happened, this conversation, so I ended up making this one too. Never mind, I'll make more. So that's it for this one, just a quick video to show you some things. Okay, thanks for watching, see you next one. Subscribe, like, and all of that. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's going kind of well, not bad, not good, not great, not terrible, how this is. So yeah, see you next one.